Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we are reacting to Sir Truth Teller himself, Mr. Tom MacDonald. He's dropped new music and it is called Dirty Money. Let's see what he has to say.
They're angry that they'll never shut me up. I'm making more noise. Turn me up or turn me down, it's your choice. Black lives only matter when they got a corpse to exploit. Cause the media made millions off the protests for George Floyd. That's called ad revenue. They make cash selling you all the crap in the ads while they broadcast news. Ooh, the network full of liars got investment capital and segment sponsored by Pfizer. And
Ooh, segment sponsored by Pfizer. I love the visual of the White House kind of destroyed and money and gold kind of laying all over the place to just kind of show, first of all, who he is always saying they is. Like, I think he says they a lot, and I don't know if people are confused, but I think he gave us a very clear visual of who he is referring to as they. The system, all, not just the White House, all things in the American judicial, I've always had a hard time with that word. Just the way our system is set up. The mention of George Floyd's, that whole situation kind of being exploited by the media, basically saying like they didn't really care. They just saw the money there was to make in it. And so they just blasted it everywhere because the more views and the more, eyes on it, the more they made money because they knew everyone was concerned about this case all that time. But it wasn't because these huge corporations actually cared about any of that or the people or the families or anyone involved. They were just worried about pumping us with as much information, be it right, wrong, or indifferent, that they could. Yeah.
Cash news. Ooh, the network full of liars got investment capital and segment sponsored by Pfizer. And the freedom fighters, I feel like the left just plants them to infiltrate the right. It's extensive planning. Then it happens.
Here he is again with an outfit that I wish I owned. I mean, come on. Does Nova also style him, y'all? I feel like this woman does everything. I love this outfit.
Fighters, I feel like the left just plants them to infiltrate the right. It's extensive planning. Then it happens overnight. It's impressive branding. Make $1 million off of shirts that say "Let's go Brandon." It's a cash grab. Everyone's a lab rat. Amazon made billions of dollars from Santa.
I feel like I missed that. The shirt thing.
It's extensive planning. Then it happens overnight. It's impressive branding. Make $1 million off of shirts that say "Let's go Brandon." It's a cash.
Let's go Brandon or let's go branding minus the G on the end. That one, I think there's some substance there. There's something I'm missing, and I can't catch them all. I don't know everything, and I don't pretend to. If I did miss it, feel free to educate me in the comments on what that meant. I'm just not sure, but it feels like it's important, or it means something at least. Like there was a play on words there.
Cash grab, everyone's a lab rat. Amazon made billions of dollars from sanitizer and black masks, and that's that. Funny how the terrorists who had tag always come from places that are oil rich and have gas.
Ooh, this guy is going. He's really smart. You know what I mean? I don't know if people like stop and think about how educated you have to be to even think the way that he thinks. I think he's very aware. He's very in the know about what's going on in the news and not just kind of like the surface things. Like he understands what's going on politically, financially, just all the things in this country. And whether you agree with him or not, he's super educated in the happenings. Yeah. I mean, he proves it right here in these kind of like 16 bars.
Grab, everyone's a lab rat. Amazon made billions of dollars from sanitizer and black masks, and that's that. Funny how the terrorists who had tag always come from places that are oil rich and have gas. Democrats, they don't give a damn. What is this about? Our military trapped in the Middle East, can't get them out. Heroes are the ones who had the Constitution written.
Yeah, I think probably since the pandemic, I'm only speaking for myself. I think you're raised or taught to think, this side cares for the people and this side cares for finances. Like, at least in my case, that's always what I was taught, kind of like this side is for the people and this side is for like businesses and corporations and super rich people. And I think what began to happen when everyone was sheltered in place and stuck inside is people really started to like see, no, they all kind of are just worried about themselves. And I think that's kind of what Tom is saying is like, for me, I think at least for me, it made me just kind of I learned to view things from a different eye than I was kind of taught. And they teach these things in school, and you're taught them in churches, and depending on the environment and the people the adults you grow up around and what they believe in, your view can be skewed. But if you allow yourself to be open to forming your own opinion, you can see that like no one side is for anyone other than themselves and their causes and what they believe is for the best.
It's about our military trapped in the Middle East, can't get them out. Heroes are the ones who had the Constitution written down. Y'all are using hero while describing Kyle Rittenhouse. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents, 4.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Y'all are using the word hero and describing he who shall not be named, as far as I'm concerned. Talk about it, sir.
Down. Y'all are using hero while describing Kyle Rittenhouse.
Wait, did he say are or aren't? Hold on.
But damn, what is this about? Our military trapped in the Middle East, can't get them out. Heroes are the ones who had the Constitution written down. Y'all are using hero while describing Kyle Rittenhouse. 1 cent.
I can't tell if he says are or aren't, but I hear what he's saying. Sorry, I hear what he's saying. He's like, here, these are what the heroes are. These are the people that are the heroes. I can't tell if he's saying he is or he isn't. I don't want to say the person's name because I feel like it's super, like, YouTube will be like, but in my opinion, I think I'm hearing him say, the actual heroes are not being called heroes, but you're calling this person a hero. Is that what am I mishearing that?
3 cents for, we get less and they get more. By insult since we were born, they want money. We want dirty dollars fill their pockets while our coffins fill the ground. They make profits solving problems they create to keep us down. Dirty money.
Ooh, shit.
Dirty money. I don't want your dirty money. They might kill me for this song, it's all classified intelligence. Don't need to go to war to secretly be getting benefits. When Russia launches rockets, we condemn them, but there's...
You don't need to go to war to secretly be getting benefits. I mean, I think this is just full exposure of... If you allow yourself to see these things going on, you'll see them. But I think most people choose to turn a blind eye because maybe they're not affected in their everyday life by these things. And so they don't see it, or they don't want to see it, or you know what I mean? Going back to the chorus, I love the cha-ching. Yeah, I mean, in a country, in a world, honestly, where everything is fueled by money and power, it makes you wonder.
Intelligence, don't need to go to war to secretly be getting benefits. When Russia launches rockets, we condemn them, but there's evidence a U.S. politician owns the screws they're assembled with. Ain't no war on drugs, it's economic. You make money off an inmate, every jail cell is profit. Our prisons are privately owned, illegal marijuana just mean kids smoking weed turn to dollars in their pockets, let's be honest.
I remember when I learned about like the prison system and private prisons and just how much money there is there, and it's so sad. And you think about that, and then you think about the way he just said it. Every prisoner has a price tag. And the longer they're there and the more they can fill those prisons, the more money that is made for specific people. And so maybe that's why it's so hard to change certain laws, because it's like on the other side of it, these people don't want to change the laws because then their jails will begin to be less populated and there'll be less crimes or criminals to put in these jails with the price tags on them, you know?
Legal marijuana just mean kids smoking weed turn to dollars in their pockets, let's be honest. Domestic threats in comparison to nuclear powers who hate the West is embarrassing. Still we label truckers in the convoy as terrorists and confiscate donations, we have no idea where it is. A pipeline leaks, price of gas.
Off topic of the song, but not off topic of the song. Is his hair blonder? Is it blonder? I'm saying that because I love the color of his hair right now, but I'm like, has it always been this blonde, or am I like, I don't know. Anyway, back to the music.
Convoy is terrorists and confiscate donations, we have no idea where it is. A pipeline leaks, price of gas goes higher, stock market crash, everybody gets fired. Economy is weak while we trying to beat a virus. $1 trillion in debt, through China. We celebrate the smallest battles we're winning, so they can publish the headline that's gonna fuel the vision. But if we champion the crumbs, then it's crumbs that we're given, and we don't make any progress, we're stuck at the beginning. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents, 4. We get less and they get more. By insult since we were born.
Pretty sure that's Nova's voice on the like under track. 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4. I love that. I love that he does these kind of like really basic, catchy nursery sing-songy choruses, because the verses are so jam-packed with just information that your brain also like almost needs a moment to process everything he says. So he gives you this, here's what I'm saying: 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4. They get rich and we get poor. If you want a kind of summary, that's it.
Want money, dirty dollars fill their pockets while our coffins fill the ground. They make profits solving problems they create to keep us down.
They make profits solve, or they make profits make, they, what did he just say? Hold on.
They make profits solving problems they create to keep.
They make profits solving problems they create. Think about that. It was so confusing I had to run it back. It's not confusing, it's like tongue-tied twister for me to get that out. They make profits off of the problems that they're solving, but they're also creating. Yikes.
They make profits solving problems they create to keep us down. Dirty money. Dirty money. I don't want your dirty money. Not enough soap to scrub, it's soaked in blood. It's all about the money. Every time we make a buck, they take from us. It's all about the money. The dollar runs our lives until we die. It's all about the money. It controls your mind and it controlling mine. Dirty dollars fill their pockets while our coffins fill the ground. They make profits
while our coffins fill the ground, meaning we're just going to continue. I mean, that's the cycle of life. We're going to continue to go in the ground, and they're going to continue to fight for money and power. And it's just this like hamster wheel of, because will there ever be change? Can there ever be change? I'm sure there can be. But I feel like when you expose all the things he's exposed, you see why it's so hard. And then instead of us as the people who are there's way more of us than there are people in charge. Instead of trying to band together and maybe affect change, we're too busy allowing them to separate us and divide us and create hate, which is all, again, Tom's basically saying they do all that to distract us from really turning around and everybody putting our eyes on who the real problem is. The problem is the people who are telling us they're solving our problems while we continue to perish and our children are born into these same cycles.
Problems they create to keep us down. Dirty money. Dirty money. I don't want your dirty money.
Of course. I don't want your dirty money. Uh-oh. Say God bless you in the comments. Leave a sneeze emoji. Whatever you gotta do, be polite. Yeah, I mean, the truth shall set you free. Tom is real free because he just be telling the truth. He's free as can be. Free as a bird. Yeah. I said all I need to say, and so did Tom. I was confused about those two things, so let me know about those two. But otherwise, crystal clear message as always. He's never faltered. You know, a lot of times artists will start their career standing on one thing, and then you're like, wait, who are you? Because that's not what you used to talk about. No, every time you hear from Tom MacDonald, he's saying the same thing. And honestly, that's how you affect change. Repetition, consistency, perseverance. Like, that's really how you do it. Like, helping people to see. So as always, appreciate it and love it. Go have the day you deserve. Peace.